So, after much anticipation, on April 2nd, Nintendo hosted a Nintendo Direct revealing features and games coming to the new Nintendo Switch 2. It had a lot of cool info, and in this video, I will summarize all that info in case you don't have an hour to watch everything that they revealed. So let's start with the console itself and when it's releasing. It is being released on June 5th, 2025, and it will cost $450 for just the console and $500 with the Mario Kart World bundle, which is its flagship title. But if you're a Canadian like me, it will set you back a whopping $630 or $700 if you get the digital edition of Mario Kart World. Damn, inflation do be kicking the shit out of everybody lately. So what new features will you get for this high price tag? Well, actually quite a lot. The Joy-Cons are new and are actually magnetized to the side of the Switch. They have bigger analog sticks and bigger SL and SR buttons, which is a nice change for most people. The Joy-Con can also be used as a mouse, and they showed various games that take advantage of this new functionality. They also feature a C button, which brings up a chat menu, and there's a bunch of new social systems coming with the Switch 2, like a camera that you can connect to share your face in-game in certain titles, and there is a built-in microphone as well as an adjustable stand, which looks pretty useful. The camera and some of the chat features do require a Switch Online membership. There's also a new Pro Controller, which looks pretty awesome to be honest, as it has programmable bottom buttons, and it also includes an audio jack and that new C button. And they are also releasing an OG GameCube controller that is Switch compatible and features that new C button. There's also a new feature called Game Share where you can share a game with up to 3 other people, so 4 consoles total. This is honestly a pretty nice quality of life feature, and you can also share your gameplay much like you do on a Discord channel. On the handheld part of the console, the screen and resolution is a lot better. It's going from a 6.2 inch screen to a 7.9 inch screen with 1080 resolution versus 720. It also is HDR compatible. Sadly, it's an LCD screen rather than an OLED like the mid-generation upgrade gave us, but it does support 120 frames per second. So overall, the screen should still be a lot better and the system will run at a much higher performance. It also has better speakers than the previous version. One huge improvement is it will have 256 gigs of internal storage, which is 8 times more than the base Switch. And it reads and writes data faster thanks to the new game cartridges, which are the same shape as the previous version, but they're now red. So adding this in post-script, I was on Twitter in between editing this video and I saw reports that the physical copies don't actually contain the game data and that you still have to download the game to your system. So it sounds like it will be basically pointless to purchase physical versions of the game. Let me know if I'm misunderstanding something down in the comments, but on my current Switch, I always bought physical so that I could save room on my Switch because it had such low storage space. Additional storage is also possible with microSD express cards, but not the old microSD cards. You can also transfer data from your old Switch to the new Switch. And when docked, you can actually run games in 4K, which is pretty awesome. The dock also has a built-in fan to keep your system cool and performance stable. Certain games are also backwards compatible, which is nice, and others are being upgraded to a Switch 2 version, such as Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I believe the upgrade is free if you have a Switch Online membership, but you have to pay to upgrade if you don't. Kirby the Forgotten Land is getting a new level with the Switch 2 version, and lots of other games will just have improved graphics and performance. Super Mario Jamboree and Jamboree TV were showcased heavily here, using a lot of the new features such as the camera displays for yourself to be shared on screen, the mouse Joy-Con, voice controls, rumble, and full body movement. They showcased a welcome tour game that explains how a lot of the new features of the Switch 2 work. There's also a Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership that will feature some old GameCube games, including F-Zero GX, Soul Calibur 2, Zelda the Wind Waker, and more titles to come. So now you're probably wondering, what new games are coming to the Switch 2 to make this worth buying? Well, now that we have all the hardware stuff out of the way, let's show all the games that they showcased in this hour-long preview. These will mostly be in order of how they were revealed through the Nintendo Direct. They opened the show with Mario Kart World, the next game in the beloved Mario Kart franchise. It actually seems quite innovative. You can wall ride and wall jump, rail slide, and it looks like there are new power upgrades to pick up and use on other drivers. And speaking of drivers, there are 24 people in a race now, which is pretty crazy. The new maps look really nice and fun too. They have some new race features as well, which remind me of racing games from my childhood. Instead of only lap-based races, you now have a straight long race from point to point in the Knockout Tour with checkpoints along the way. I love this addition and think it will be a ton of fun. You can also free roam around the map, and the weather and time of day actually changes. The graphics here look super awesome, and I'm totally hyped for Mario Kart World. There's more info coming on April 17th for this one. They didn't specifically mention them, but they did show a Pikmin game in the reveal, as well as a sports game reminiscent of Wii Sports. As for games they actually did showcase, we'll just go rapid fire here. Obviously, if you want to see more, then go check out the Nintendo Direct itself, where I have left a link to in the description. One thing to note is that not all of these games are launching with the system. Some are coming in summer 2025, and others like Borderlands 4 are launching when they launch on other consoles, and a couple aren't till 2026. So here we go. We get Elden Ring, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6, Daemon X Machina, Titanic's Scion, Split Fiction, EA Sports FC and Madden, Hogwarts Legacy, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, Hitman World of Assassination, James Bond Project 007, Bravely Default Flying Fairy, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which is a prequel to the story of Tears of the Kingdom, Deltarune, Civilization 7, WWE 2K and NBA 2K, Survival Kids, Enter the Gungeon 2, Star Seeker Astroneer Expeditions 2026, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Hollow Knight Silksong, Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, Goodnight Universe, 2 Point Museum, Wild Hearts S, Witchbrook, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Star Wars Outlaws, Nabunga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition, Fast Fusion, Shadow Labyrinth, Ray-Do Remastered The Mystery of the Soulless Army, No Sleep for Konami Date, From AI The Sonium Files, Reanimal, Fortnite, Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, Tamagotchi Plaza, and Human Fall Flat 2. Then they finished the showcase with a few really cool looking games. From Software is releasing a game called The Duskbloods, which looks really good. Kirby Air Riders is coming, and a new Donkey Kong game called Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I will definitely be trying out, and I think it looks super good. And that is basically everything you need to know for the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2. Hopefully the video was helpful and informative, and if it was, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated. Also, a huge shout out to my channel members, your support means the world to me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.